All right, so our good friend, Mr. Jimmy Westerberg, requested the album Tim by The Replacements. It's their fourth studio album. It was released on September 18th of 1985. So we're going back a ways here. Our cast of characters, we've got Tommy Stinson on bass guitar, Bob Stinson on guitar, Chris Mars on drums and backing vocals, and the second greatest singer-songwriter of all time, behind only Lemmy Kilmister, on guitar, piano, and vocals, Mr. Paul Westerberg. Sorry, Jimmy, he's number 2.
I feel when you say things like this, you're kind of bearing the lead on your rating. But well,
no.
Go on.
No. No, I'm not burying the lead on anything. It starts off with a song called Hold My Life. I'm going to once again go with my yes, no, meh ratings on the songs. What do you got?
Well, I thought this was a good new wave poppy song. I thought it was a really good start to an album.
Okay.
I could never get into this band and this type of music. This number one song is a no for me. I couldn't get into it.
See, I give it a meh. I said it's a very mid new wave punk song. I agree with you there. It's absolutely new wave punk. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Next song we have is I'll Buy.
Yeah. I felt this one had a really rockabilly feel, almost like Stray Cats almost. It had that feeling to me. And I thought it was pretty good. I like this one too.
Yes. I give it a meh.
I enjoyed this one. I'm right with you. Rockabilly. It had that Stray Cat sound.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I said it sounds like it should have been on the soundtrack to National Lampoon's Vacation.
That would have worked too.
It gave me that holiday road vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a bad song, but it's like it didn't grab me. Next is Kiss Me on the Bus.
This I felt my notes. It's generic new wave. It could have been written by anybody in 1985.
Right.
There was nothing special to it.
What do you got?
I got to know on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it.
I give it a meh. It's a bit better than the last two, but nothing special. It's not a terrible song. I didn't mind it, but it's not something I'm going to go out of my way to find.
Yeah.
Number 4, we have a song called Dose of Thunder. This is the only song on the album that was not written entirely by Paul Westerberg.
Okay.
This was a collaborative effort from the whole band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dose of Thunder. Go ahead.
I felt, it had punk elements to it, but I didn't like it. Didn't feel like it came together.
Right.
I kind of agree with that as well.
Yeah.
That's a no for me.
Yeah. I give this one. This is this is a no for me as well. And the reason I give it is not for the songwriting or the performance. My no is my actual notes are who mixed this. This sounds like ass. Paul's voice is clipping, and was this bad of a mix intentional? See, the thing you got to understand about the Replacements is, like, if you went to see the Replacements live,
Yeah.
you were either going to get a fucking fantastic show, or it was going to be a total train wreck, depending on how drunk they were.
Oh.
Okay. Like
Yes.
almost like the Pogues. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And this one, I just thought this was mixed poorly. That starts to become a trend on this album. All right. And I actually listened to this album in 3 different ways. I listened to it in my car, and I listened to it through the computer while I was working. And then, okay, it's computer speakers. It's not going to be very good. So I have a good quality gaming headset. So I put that on, and no, it's not. It's the fucking mix. Because it didn't sound good anywhere as far as the mix goes. Next song, Waitress in the Sky.
This one, I liked it, and it almost felt like doo-wop.
Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't, the elements that were in this album were just, the album was so all over the place.
Yes.
But
Well, that's a Replacements thing.
okay, well, I mean, good on them then.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jim.
I'm going to agree with him. This is where the album starts, the songs start getting a little bit better for me.
Yeah. I this is a yes for me. I really I dug this song. They do the 50s and 60s vibe so well.
Yes.
And I wish the whole album would be like this. I would have really dug that. Next song is a song called Swingin' Party.
Yeah, this one I didn't care for, and the drumming in this was so monotonous. I felt like it was like when you would take a keyboard and just hit the drum track on it,
Yeah.
and it just plays that same tick 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 over and over and over again.
Yeah, this isn't Chris Mars' best work.
And it just like, I was like, oh my god, did they just phone that one in?
Pretty much. I did give this song a yes. I thought it was a good song. My only issue again is the mix of it.
Yeah, and I gave this a yes as well.
You hear the snare, you hear a little bit of the kick, you don't hear much else out of the drums, but it's over fucking powering. I did like the mix. Did not like the mix on this. Next is my favorite song on the record, "Bastards of Young."
Yeah, and I said this was a catchy tune. I liked it.
Yeah,
My favorite as well. Very, very punky a little bit.
yeah. At their heart, the Replacements are a punk band.
Yeah.
At their heart, they really are. This is a fucking great song. Once again, the mix is sketchy. Paul's voice is clipping again. That's my only fucking drag on the song. It's a really good song. I just don't like the mix. I would have liked. Well, I'll save that. Track number 8 is laid. This is what Lisa tells Bill every night. Lay down, clown.
I found this enjoyable. Asshole.
It's Mr. Asshole to you. Go ahead.
This was like I ditto with this one. Almost had that same type of, punk sound. I enjoyed this song.
Yeah, my notes on it are, once again, good punk energy, and the mix engineer needs a fucking beating. I mean, I understand it's 1985 and we didn't have Pro Tools yet, but fuck me. I know you were probably working with an SSL board, dude. Do fucking better. The mix on this was just ass. Throwing that to the side. Track number 9 is called Left of the Dial.
Yeah, this is something that now that I've been listening to this album, this is what I expect the Replacements are sounding like.
Yes.
It's, so there's no surprise, and I liked it along with, the rest of them.
Right. I give this one I gave it a meh.
I believe it or not, I actually enjoyed this one.
It
sounded more, when he's saying new wave, I thought this song had a more rock sound to it.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like as I've been listening to all these tracks, this is like, okay, now I can see what I expect, and they're giving it to me.
Right. My drag on this one again was, believe it or not, the fucking mix. I said I'd love to hear this album with a sober or competent mixer. I don't know if Paul mixed this and he was loaded, or the mixer or the mix engineer was loaded, or if he just sucks at his job. Because the mix on this was just fucking terrible. Paul's voice, this album, as far as Paul's voice, and I really like Paul Westerberg's voice. I really do. I like a lot of the Replacement stuff. He's a great guitar player, great singer, great songwriter, but his vocals on this album are either way too up in the mix or buried. Whoever they hired to mix this album should have had his fucking head beat in with a shillelagh.
Oh, Lord.
Next is a song called Little Mascara.
Yeah, I thought the great guitar work on it.
Yeah.
This is my favorite song on the album.
It's a good tune.
Yeah.
But
I'm saying of this album, not of all time.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
Of all the songs on the album, this one was the one that really I enjoyed the most.
yeah. What do you got, Jim?
I didn't like it.
See, I'm middle of the road. I gave this a meh. It's another mid 80s new wave song.
Yeah.
And I don't mean mid as in 84 to 86. I mean just mid.
Yeah.
This could have been by a lot of new wave bands at this time. You know, I could have seen.
Yeah,
I won't say like Oingo Boingo or anything, but you know, there are other bands that could have put out something like this.
Yeah.
But it's not a terrible fucking song. And the last song is another fantastic song. That this really is, to me, this is the Replacements' wheelhouse. Here Comes a Regular.
Okay.
It's a good drinking song.
See, I didn't think you were, because this to me it almost sounded like it was from the future. Like this is like more 90s with a Celtic feel.
I like this one.
And I thought you would absolutely hate it.
No, I actually dug this song. It's not a bad song.
See, we're getting you. Dropkick Murphy's coming at you.
Nah, it's not going to happen. Because Paul Westerberg is a better fucking singer and songwriter than anybody in the Dropkick Murphys. It's a good way to close out the record.
No, I was conflicted on this one. I didn't
like it either.
See, I liked it. And like this reminds me of a song like another Replacement song, like one that we do called "If Only You Were Lonely." This kind of reminds me of that kind of vibe, and I enjoyed this song. I wish the whole record would have been songs like this, and what the hell is the other one that we were talking about? Waitress in the Sky. And Bastards of Young.
Mm-hmm.
I wish the whole record would have been done like that. But all in all, it's not a terrible album. It's not the worst thing we fucking listened to by a long shot.
Probably not.
No,
You're not wrong there.
No, because you made me listen to Dropkick Murphys. He made me listen to Led Zeppelin.
Well, don't forget that shit that Brian had us listen to.
Oh, yeah.
And the Def Leppard Deep Dive.
And the Def Leppard Deep Dive.
I mean,
but yeah.
We've been all over the place.
Yeah, the Kiss Deep Dive.
We enjoyed that. We enjoyed doing it.
It ruined Kiss for me. And I'll never forgive you for that. What do you give it out of 10?
Honestly, out of 10, I'm going to give this a 6. It's better than average, but again, it's still... There was better new wave bands at the time.
Okay, fair enough. Jim?
I hate new wave. I'm going to 5 though. It wasn't a horrible album.
Okay.
There were a couple songs on here I really
I mean, you hate
did
it. Nobody hates new wave.
See, and that actually works out well because I'm right in the middle. I'm 5.5.
there you go.
I'm going to give it a 5.5. And the reason I'm rating it that low is the mix.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. I'm probably dinging it 2.5 points on the mix alone. I would have probably given this an album a 7, maybe 7.5 with a better mix. That being said, Jimmy turned me on to the Replacements, and I have listened to some of their other stuff, and I do like them. But this album was just, it has the potential to be a great album. I would love to see this fucking thing remastered.
I was just going to say, was
and
this
mixed
thing ever
better.
Remastered?
No, they never remastered it. I would love to see it remastered and mixed by somebody who's like sober and competent. I think this would be a much better album if that were done.
Yeah.
But that's Tim. Thank you, Jimmy.
There are those that call me Tim.
When I see